that the incident happened, there was no intelligence, but within 10 minutes, they had such complete intelligence that they were established that it was across the border handlers. And secondly, it says over there that there was indiscriminate firing. However, we also know that a consistent narrative was made, is being made, that this act of terrorism was done on base of religion, that the Muslims, that it was the segregation was done and Hindus were killed. So I would request if you can go to the next slide. Now, if you please see this clip which has been made at the time of incident. Please run it.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's it.
You can see that the firing and whatever happening is not, there is no discrimination or segregation being done. Are the people being segregated, identified on the basis of religion? You can see in the background while this video is being made, right at the time of incident. Because this is that incident on the basis of which the segregation on the basis of religion has been claimed. So, because the facts speak for themselves. On the next clip, he is the brother of the Muslim victim of this act of that happened of the killing of the innocent citizens over there. Listen to it.
जो मैं सुन रहा हूँ कि हिंदू मुस्लिम ये सब गलत है, क्योंकि मेरा भाई जो है जीती जागती मिसाल है उसका। ये जो बोल रहे हैं कि खाली हिंदू को टारगेट किया गया है, उसमें मेरा भाई भी है, वो मुस्लिम है। ये गलत बात है, इन्होंने मतलब गलत चीज फैलाई है।
So why this self-made narrative is being made? That is a question that has already been raised by the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. If you go to the next slide, you see that immediately after incident at about 3 o'clock, the social media, the particular social media handlers in India started breaking the news at 3:05, exactly at 3:05 on the social media, a handle which is closely affiliated with their agencies, put the blame on Pakistan. It says Pakistan attacked pahalgam through its proxies. Then the electronic media also comes into play. At 3:30, the electronic media is also saying that it's the Pakistan that is being done. You can listen to this.
There are reports coming in of 4 tourists who have been targeted. They've been attacked by the terrorists in Pahalgam.
Well, telltale signs of Pakistan's involvement is now emerging behind the Pahalgam terror attack.
So this confirmation is clear now that there were Pakistani terrorists.
Pakistan is not willing to digest that so much improvement has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. So Pakistan is going to keep making such attempts.
So the allegations of Pakistan being responsible started coming within minutes while the evidence is still awaited. And on the next, this social media post, which is at around 4 o'clock, you can see, if you go to the previous slide, if you see at 4 o'clock, they were sure and they started saying that it is the Islamist terrorists that have killed tourists. So the narrative of the Islamist terrorists, while we are absolutely clear that terrorism has no religion. There are no Islamic terrorists, there are no Christian terrorists, and there are also no even Hindu terrorists, because terrorists have no religion. If you go to the next slide, I'll draw your attention towards that these social media accounts that started propagating that it's Pakistan, it's Islamic terrorism, they have been in play in this business of terrorism much before. Here you can see that Mianwali 4th November, once the attack occurred. So you see at one day before, the same social media accounts that are active in Pahalgam, the Indian social media accounts affiliated with their agency. One day before, that social media account is saying tomorrow is a big day, so going to bed early. You can see that. And next day, it says, it quote tweets and says, "Good morning, Miyawali." And there we see the Miyawali terror incident being done by the Fitna al-Khawarij. So this is a collusion with the Fitna al-Khawarij, with the terror incident that happened in Miyawali on 4th of November 2023. Then comes 6th October 2024, the attack on our Chinese friends in Karachi. Before the attack, there is, from the same handle, there is a tweet which says, "Big day in the next few hours." And then it says, "Huge blast in Karachi, more details to follow." And then the targeted ID explosion in Karachi near airport, car carrying engineer, foreigner, perhaps Chinese. So there you see the collusion for the world to see that how the choreography is being done of predicting that we are going to hit, where, when the attack happens, and then its glorification on social media. And if you follow the media, then the electronic media automatically comes within minutes into play. And same thing you are seeing in Pahalgam. Why I'm making this point? Because if you do this forensic, this common sense forensic, you see that what happened also in Pahalgam. Moving forward, very recently, the Jafar Express, same account. Keep your eyes on Pakistan today and tomorrow. And then comes big Jafar Express train carrying Pakistani forces personnel from Quetta to Peshawar attack. The same accounts that are active carrying the narrative of the Islamist terrorists, Pakistan being responsible on play over here. But let's see, if we want to understand what happened at Pahalgam, that what are the people there in India and Kashmir saying. Let's see what they are saying, who are actually over there.
10 लाख से ज्यादा यहाँ पर आर्मी है। अगर यहाँ पर पोस्ट कोई शेयर करेगा ना, उसको रात में ही उठा लेंगे। अगर कोई पोस्ट गलत करेगा कोई शेयर, अगर यहाँ पर इतना फौज है, वो क्या करे, वो जख मारे। वहाँ पर 200 बंदे थे, तब वहाँ पर क्यों नहीं आर्मी थी, क्यों नहीं थी, वो कहाँ गई?
पहलगाम की जिम्मेदारी किसकी है? जिम्मेदारी तो सरकार ने लेनी चाहिए। पहलगाम की जिम्मेदारी, 27 लोगों की जान गई, वहाँ पे सिक्योरिटी क्यों नहीं थी, क्यों निकाली गई? तो तुम्हारा इंटेलिजेंस क्या कर रहा था? वो फेलियर नहीं है, ये सरकार का फेलियर नहीं है। ये प्लान करके मत करो।
सरकार तो गई हुई है, मतलब इतना बड़ा आतंकवादी का हमला हुआ, उन्हें कुछ पता ही नहीं है। पूरे आर्मी का देश है, उन्हें पता ही नहीं है।
चक्के नाकों पर आपके हर जगह आपको मिलिट्री दिखेगी, पुलिस दिखेगी, सीआरपीएफ दिखेगी। किस लिए? बॉर्डर पे हैं तो कहां से आए, जहां तक पहुंचे हैं तो वापस कहां गए? जिस तरीके से किया गया, रिटेलिएशन नहीं हो सकता है। अगर 7 लाख से 12 लाख के आसपास यहाँ सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस है, उसके बावजूद उनको ये पता नहीं इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर।
3 टावर सिक्योरिटी रहते हुए भी एक ऐसा लैप्स हुआ, सिक्योरिटी लैप्स है।
What happened to our intelligence? Have we failed somewhere? And if we have, why have we failed?
इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर है, सिक्योरिटी फेलियर है। यहाँ 7 लाख फौजी है जमा कश्मीर में, एक छोटा सा इलाका है, 7 लाख फौजी है, वो कहाँ है?
वहाँ पे गाड़ी नहीं जा रही है, पैदल इंसान जा रहा है। सिक्योरिटी इतनी है कि वहाँ से टेररिस्ट कहाँ से आ गए? कहीं ना कहीं इनकी एजेंसी अटैक करवाती है।
The questions that the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister has raised, they are being echoed also within from India, because the facts are there for the people to see. Hear them out.
पुलवामा 1 में कोई उत्तर नहीं मिला देशवासियों। ये संयोग नहीं है, प्रयोग है। पूरी देश की जनता, मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं, पूरी देश की जनता, देखिए काफी लोगों को ये नहीं पता है कि पहलगांव कहां है, चंदनवाड़ी कहां है, विष्णु टॉप कहां है, गणेश टॉप कहां है, शेषनाग कहां है, अमरनाथ क्या है।
आज 3 दिन हो गए हैं, अभी तक एक भी इस्तीफा क्यों नहीं आया, या कोई भी किसी ने भी अकाउंटेबिलिटी क्यों नहीं लिया? आप क्या सरकार और क्या डिफेंस और क्या आप होम मिनिस्ट्री चला रहे हैं? आपसे अभी तक वो आतंकवादी पकड़े तक नहीं गए। बेवकूफ नहीं है हम लोगों को सब समझ आता है।
कोई इंटेलिजेंस फेलियर नहीं था, इंटेलिजेंस इनपुट्स होने के बावजूद अटैक हो गए।
ये घटना घटी है, इससे लाभ किसको हो रहा है? कहाँ ढूंढते फिरोगे भाई? जो तो आपके बीच में यही घूम रहा हो, या कोई कश्मीर के लोग अपने यहाँ पे घटना करके आवाज होंगे।
This is the sister of the naval officer killed in that incident. That for 1.5 hours he kept on bleeding.